guys, just chiming in. I just finished a book called The Conscious Parent. And I'm going to be 100% transparent. After reading that book, I realized that everything I was doing when it came to my parenting was not the right way to do things. This new space that I'm in, when I talk about authenticity, tapping into yourself, all that stuff, it's all new for me this year, 2024. Coming into this space where I'm able to really start the healing process and really work on myself. After reading that book, it really made me realize how I have neglected. I have 3 kids, and I have neglected my 2 oldest boys. That's 10 and 12. I have neglected them emotionally over the years. And when I really sit back and really think about that, like the emotional neglect, it's something that I experienced as a child as well, right? So if you've never been given emotional support, or even taught how to process your emotions and how to deal with your emotions in a healthy way, then how do you know how to be able to provide that to a child if you've never been given that, or never been taught how to give that in a healthy way? So now it's just being aware, of what that looks like what is the emotional neglect, and to lack something as a child, it pours over into your adult life. So you're an adult who don't know how to express their emotions, who don't know how to process their emotions in a healthy way. So if you lack that as a child, then you lack that as an adult. And if you lack something and you don't know how to provide something because you were never taught, then how can you provide that if you're not even aware of what you're doing? It's like a I've caused unintentional trauma, unknowingly, because we feel like we do the best that we can at that time, if that makes sense. So a lot of times we do things because we feel like at that time in our lives that's the best thing for us to do. At least we think that's the best thing for us to do, not knowing that it's not, So being able to navigate being a parent, but consciously, which that book really gave me a different perspective on, parenting. So I had to sit down and have a conversation with my boys and apologize to them. So, yeah, I apologize to my kids. Like, it's okay for us to be, to acknowledge the fact that just because we're parents don't mean that we're always right. Don't mean that everything that we're doing is the right way because we're parents and we live this life. Doesn't mean that. We learn things every day. And for me, it's once I'm learning that the way that I did this or that wasn't necessarily the right way to do things, and now I'm trying to fix the error, if that makes sense. Like, you can't change the past, but you can change the narrative moving forward. So with me apologizing to my boys and taking accountability for me neglecting them emotionally, and what that looks like neglecting a person emotionally, how that's showing up. And when I look at my kids and I see how, that may have caused some trauma within them, again, unknowingly. So now it's just consciously trying to figure out what I can do to correct that, if that makes sense. So that's another reason why I like to learn and I like reading, because in order to break generational curses and do things differently, changing the narrative and doing things in a healthy, non-dysfunctional way, is to open your mind up to new ideas and new experiences and learning, growing, and evolving. So for me to read that book, and now I'm able to take accountability to know, like, dang, I could have done better here or there. That takes a level of maturity to be able to acknowledge that I, didn't do something. I'm not even going to say I didn't do something like bad or anything like that, because of course we do things not knowing that we're doing it. You know what I mean? But now that I know better, I just want to do better. So it's just like finding out, once you come into the awareness of what you've done, and then consciously wanting to be better, that's the first step. Acknowledging the issue, apologizing for the issue, whether you need to apologize to someone or not, and then changing, Now, if you know what you're doing and you don't change the behavior, then yeah, it's not, the cycle is not going to be broken because you're continuously doing the same thing. So for me, just being present with my kids, having conversations with my kids, open and transparent conversations, encouraging my kids to be their authentic selves, their uniqueness, learning about myself so I can be better. And if I'm better, then that's going to be instilled in my kids. But if I am using my trauma to instill on them, like, we only do what we know, So if I'm going by my role model and what I'm modeling is not a healthy way, and I'm continuing that pattern and not breaking it, then nothing changes. You know what I'm saying? So it's no book on how to be a great parent. Every child is different. Every individual is different. So as a parent, we're all different. Every human being is completely different. So just learning about yourself, and just being open to new information, new ideas, so you can be better. So I think I encourage y'all to read that book. Anybody that's a parent, mom or dad, I encourage y'all to read that book, because it's just going to give you a different perspective, and it'll make you look at your parenting to see what different ways that you can change and be better for your child, for the next generation moving forward. So I encourage y'all to read the book, The Conscious Parent. And hopefully this message finds someone. I want y'all to have a good day. Peace and blessings. One love. I'll talk to y'all soon. Expanded Perspective coming soon. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all take care.